What's the best strategy for getting started as a cloud engineer? Should you focus on multiple cloud platforms or should you focus on one cloud platform and get really good at it? We're going to find out today. Hello everyone, welcome back to DevOps Impact Journey. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about a topic that a lot of people have in their minds, or a question that a lot of people have in their minds, which is, should they focus on multiple cloud providers, get a little bit of experience here and there, or should you focus on one cloud provider or platform and get really good at it? So one of the biggest things is when recruiters are looking for a DevOps engineer or a cloud automation engineer, they're looking for a particular experience in a particular cloud platform, whether it's Azure or AWS or GCP or Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. There are a bunch of them, but they're usually looking for one particular cloud platform. What this means is if you have exposure to a bit of all of those cloud platforms, your chances of getting hired are low because there will be somebody who has got extensive, deep knowledge of that particular cloud infrastructure. Fundamentally, most of these cloud platforms work very similarly. They have, AWS has EC2, Azure has Azure VMs, and so on and so forth. But the fundamental concept is very similar. So when you learn a particular cloud platform and you get really, really good at it, that knowledge you acquire on that cloud platform will be transferable to another cloud platform if you wish in the future. Another edge that you get from having a deeper knowledge in one of the cloud platforms instead of having a shallow knowledge on a bunch of cloud platforms is that you will be exposed to a lot of intricate details about that particular cloud platform. So each cloud platform, while they're very similar on the outside, very similar fundamentally from a concept point of view, from an implementation point of view, they have slight details, slight deviations, and slight ways that make them really unique. So the advantage is that when you have, let's say, 5 years of experience in AWS, it gives you really solid selling point of having experienced all of those intricate details, intricate edge cases of using AWS as a platform. And that gives you a really good edge for getting hired as a DevOps engineer for AWS. While it's easy said and done, there's also a lot of hype about multi-cloud infrastructure, having your infrastructure set up across multiple cloud providers. For example, having a Kubernetes cluster across AWS and GCP. While that sounds very fancy, it's not very practical from an engineering standpoint. It's very expensive and it's very difficult to maintain. And any software that you use for those cross platform replication, they're very expensive. So that's a very large edge case. Another point that I've alluded to earlier as well is that if you have a certain number of years experience in one of the cloud platforms, it's easy for you to transfer those knowledge into another cloud platform. So if you have 5 years of Azure cloud platform experience, it's easy for you to transfer that knowledge into AWS within a few months. So that's a really good benefit. So if you in the future, if your recruiters start looking more for AWS rather than Azure, you can spend a couple months looking into their infrastructure, looking into what services they have, and quickly transfer that knowledge into AWS. And then you can start building some proof of concept projects, work on some architecture stuff, and you're good to go. Having said that, you shouldn't entirely discard the rest of the cloud platforms and only focus solely with 100% effort on one of the cloud providers. What you should do instead is focus 90% of your energy into getting really, really good at one of the cloud platforms and, read some blogs or, do some side projects on other cloud platforms so you can keep getting engaged in what's new and what's coming up front in the other ones. So there's the other question about which cloud platform you should actually start with. So the answer to that is look for the roles that you want to apply for. What are they looking for? Are they looking for AWS? Are they looking for Azure cloud provider? Are they looking for Oracle Cloud? Are they looking for Google Cloud? So look at those roles and understand what they're looking for. And another thing is, if you have a friend circle, if you have a professional network that's good in AWS, I would start with AWS because you have a really good support network that can support you, pull you up, and then teach you the basics about that cloud platform. Once you decide which cloud platform you want to start with, I would recommend taking the first beginner certification course and complete the certification exam. So while you may not learn a lot, and there may not be a lot to so far, but what it does, it gives the recruiters a message that you've taken your initiative and you have the basic knowledge about a particular cloud platform. So I hope that's helped you decide whether you want to start with multiple cloud experience or one cloud platform, and how to get started in one of those cloud platforms. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.